Good evening, dear listener. Tonight, let us guide you through stories that quietly beckon the soul. A sunset on the Amethyst Isle, whispers by the Crocus Fountain, the serene waters of the Cobalt Lagoon, and the soothing lullabies of the Lichen Grove. If you find comfort and peace here with us, perhaps consider liking or subscribing, but only if it truly feels right for you. We're always curious to know where you're listening from and what time it is there. Share with us in the comments if you like. Now, as we prepare to drift gently into the night, perhaps dim the lights or cozy up under a soft blanket. Let's begin with the first story as we set sail towards the tranquil shores of the Amethyst Isle. As evening nudged its way over the western horizon, the Amethyst Isle began to transform under a canopy of soft twilight hues. This secluded gem, cradled in the heart of a tranquil sea, was a sanctuary for those seeking respite from the cacophony of everyday life. Always serene, the island had a charm that coaxed visitors into an unyielding calm, a place where time moved to the rhythm of a gentle lullaby. Curling around the shoreline, a path of finely polished stones glistened like pearls kissed by the waves. Here, where the ocean's soft susurrus met the whispering overhang of leafy canopies, even the tides moved with reverence. As the sun dipped lower, painting the sky in swathes of deep orange and violet, the air was rich with the fragrance of hibiscus mingling with the salt spray. The isle's heart was a garden beyond compare, an oasis teeming with blooms of every hue. Lavender and wisteria wove fragrant spells through the air, their purples vibrant against the deepening sky. Every petal seemed to glow, reflecting the sunset's colors in a dance of twilight. The rich, sweet perfume they exuded was enough to lull even the most restless mind into tranquility. Nestled within this garden lay a vine-clad pergola. Its aged timbers and trailing jasmine offered a secluded nook where one could sink into a cushioned bench. Let thoughts drift as freely as the butterflies flitting through the air. The chirps of cicadas were the lullabies that accompanied the setting sun, orchestrating a soft symphony that resonated through the warm air. Nearby, a tranquil pond lay still as glass, save for the occasional ripple of koi that stirred the water with a flash of golden orange. The surface mirrored the sky's fading light, an extensive canvas where clouds floated lazily by. Overhead, the evening's first stars began to open their eyes, twinkling softly above, as if in whispered conversation. Farther along the path, the tender breeze that king's arrival played through the grove of amethyst-hued poplars. Their distinctive lavender leaves rustled gently, like a soft murmur in a lover's attentive ear. Here, where the world was veiled in purple shadow, the benches carved from driftwood offered a perfect perch to observe the ethereal dance of twilight. Amidst this natural amphitheatre, a gentle stream meandered, its crystal waters trickling joyfully over smooth stones, each one a perfect pillow for the shimmering light of the fading sun. Occasionally, a curious otter might be seen gliding through the depths, a playful spirit amidst an otherwise serene backdrop. As dusk deepened, the air cooled gradually. A velvet breeze brushed the skin so gently, trailing comfort on its breath. The scents of night-blooming jasmine and moonflower began to awaken, adding a delicate sweetness to the evening air. Lanterns crafted from sea glass, suspended from above, began to glow softly, their light a comforting embrace in the deepening dark. In one secluded corner, the glow of these lanterns illuminated a circular terrace, bordered by seashells and smooth beach stones. This was the hearth of the island, a place where the warmth of a gently crackling fire invited visitors to gather, to relax, to simply be. The fire flickered and danced, ensconced within a ring of weathered stones, its flames weaving a gentle heat that soothed like a well-worn blanket. Around this fire, logs smoothed by time and tide offered seats from which stories might be told, or dreams woven silently into the starry night. Here, within this intimate circle, the sea's song intertwined with the crackle of the fire, offering a duet of nature's most soothing sounds. The flames cast a warm and flickering glow, soft enough to allow the full cascade of stars above to shimmer like diamonds against a backdrop of velvet indigo. The waters of a small inlet nearby with the incoming tide, bringing with them a lull of peace that matched the gently rolling waves. It was as if the very earth hummed its contentment, a subtle vibrato in harmony with every creature on the isle. The night slowly unfurled its blanket over the island as the fire burned lower and the stars above shone brighter, their reflections dancing in the nearby waters. The world began to fade seamlessly into a concert of gentle sounds, where each note was meticulously plucked by the loving hand of the serene night. Beneath this starlit canopy, the island sighed, the sigh of deep contentment found only in the company of such profound peace. Here, where the earth met the celestial, where land and sea whispered timeless secrets to one another, the soul could find rest here on the Amethyst Isle. Slumber came softly, soothingly, as the rhythm of the sea coddled weary hearts to sleep, and the pale lavender glow of the island held the promise of another tranquil dawn, when morning would paint the world anew with the golden arms of the sun. As the night deepened and the island settled into its nocturnal embrace, a soft trill of nocturnal birds added texture to the melody of the night. Somewhere beyond the grove, an owl announced its presence, adding a low, harmonious call to the ambient sounds that lingered in the stillness. The earth itself seemed to breathe under the gentle light, each creature settling into the cycle dictated by the stars overhead. Small crabs whispered along the shoreline, leaving delicate patterns in the sand that only the moon would witness. The beach, with its expansive stretch of pure white sand, gleamed under the moonlight, creating a pathway of silver that beckoned the wanderer's feet into its soft embrace. The gentle waves continued their eternal dance, polishing smooth the stones and shells at the water's edge. Their hushed whispers were stories from the deep, carrying tales of ancient mariners and forgotten tides. Each ripple was a gentle caress against the shore, a lullaby as old as time that promised nothing but tranquility. In the nearby inlet, the water reflected the moon with such clarity that it seemed another world lay beneath the surface, a luminous echo of our own. Fish skimmed the surface, leaving trails of stardust in their wake, dimples of light spreading through the shimmering pool. It was here, amidst the tranquil embrace of water and stone, that serenity wove its most perfect spell. The garden, bathed in moonlight, offered another kind of magic, the magic of vibrant life. The night blooming cereus, often shy and hidden during daylight, unfurled its creamy petals as if offering secrets to the moon. Their scent mingled with the humid, fragrant air, wrapping the senses in a soft floral shroud. Through a shaded path leading deeper into the island, the forest opened into a glen where fireflies twinkled like earthbound stars. Their ethereal dance cast a warm glow, mirroring the celestial ceiling above. Deer, delicate and serene, wandered through the clearing, their presence more sensed than seen, moving with the quiet grace of shadows. Soft mosses cushioned the forest floor, each step sinking lightly, tenderly, as though the earth were cradling all who walked upon it. This was a realm where dreams could float freely in the cool, fragrant air, where the hush of the leaves whispered comfort, and where the spirit was buoyed by the soft rhythm of nature's pulse. At the isle's centre stood the ancient banyan tree, its vast canopy, a cathedral of living wood, where roots knitted firmly into the earth and branches reached skyward. Beneath its embrace, there was a timelessness, a feeling that all the island's wisdom resided within its venerable heart. Here, the air was thick with stillness, an attentive hush that invited reflection and deep, soothing breaths. Under the tree's embrace, those who found themselves there felt connected to a story much older than themselves. A lineage of sunrises and star-filled nights, of growth and renewal, of peace and serenity. It was a threshold between the seen and the unseen, where whispers on the wind carried the laughter of children from times past and promises of mornings yet to come. Crowns of woven flowers rested gently upon the roots, tributes left by visitors who had come seeking solace, or perhaps answers, and had found them in the silent vigil of the ancient tree whose whispers reached them in dreams. Nearby, a small wooden bridge arced gracefully over a trickling brook that meandered out to the sea. The water's gentle babble was like music, each note a crystal chime in the still night. Moonlight skipped across its surface, illuminating the silvered path with soft, inviting light. Those who stood upon the bridge could pause, the very soul perched at the brink of sea and sky, and let go of the day's worries, letting them drift away with the current. And as the night deepened into its fullest, a gentle mist began to rise from the ocean, wrapping the island in its soft folds. Stars danced above, watching over all like vigilant guardians. A single meteor streaked across the sky, a reminder of the beauty contained in moments, as fleeting as they may be. As dreams wove themselves into the fabric of night, the Amethyst Isle sat like a gem in the vast ocean, cloaked in tranquility, its whispered promise carried through the night. Here was a haven of peace, a place where slumber could deepen into the purest rest, where the love of wind, earth, and sea cradled all in a nurturing embrace until morning light should call once more. Enveloped in contentment, the island and its dwellers slept, waiting for the sun's gentle return, whispering dreams as soft as the petals that would soon unfold in the embrace of dawn, where day and night kissed in the serene glow of another wondrous beginning. Feel the weight of the day melting away as our next story begins. As the late afternoon sun began its descent, the Crocus Fountain came alive with hues of golden amber and deep lilac. The fountain, nestled in the heart of a long-forgotten garden, was surrounded by lush meadows which burst with the vibrant colours of countless wildflowers. It was a place where time seemed to slow to an almost imperceptible crawl, and where a gentle breeze continued its soothing dance among the leaves and petals. The fountain itself was an ancient marble masterpiece, its edges softened by time and covered in a gentle patina of moss. Water cascaded down its sculpted tiers with a hushed melody, the sound blending seamlessly with the soft rustle of nearby crocuses swaying in the breeze. These gentle croaks of water and wind were a lullaby, coaxing any wandering souls to pause, breathe deeply, and savor the tranquil beauty around them. In the air hung the faint scent of honey and earth, carried on the wind from distant beeches blooming at the garden's edge. A butterfly fluttered lazily past, its wings painted in shades of indigo and gold, shimmering like jewels in the fading light. Alice had found her way to this oasis quite by accident, drawn by the sound of water and the promise of quiet. She had wandered through a hidden path flanked by wild roses and soft ferns until she reached this secluded haven. She settled onto a worn stone bench that stood near the fountain, its cool surface inviting and smooth beneath her fingers. The sky above had transformed into a canvas of colour, indigo bleeding into the orange hues of sunset, with wisps of cotton candy clouds drifting lazily across. As the first stars began to pierce the twilight, she let out a soft sigh of contentment, feeling the day's tensions melt away. A gentle cooing reached her ears, drawing her gaze to a pair of doves nestled atop the fountain. Their ash-coloured feathers puffed out gently, the birds seeming to enjoy the evening hush as much as she was. Their presence was a reminder of the simple joy found in small moments of stillness. Alice let her eyes drift shut for a moment, surrendering to the rhythmic whispers of the garden, the gentle trickle of water from the fountain, the swishing of grass, and the distant call of a nightingale all seemed to blend into one harmonious song. The evening light continued to fade, casting a gentle purple twilight over everything. A luminous glow from the crocuses shimmered softly, their petals reflecting moonlight as the stars gathered in greater numbers overhead. The scent of jasmine floated softly, twined with the earthy richness of the garden. Each inhalation was like a sip of some tranquil brew. Slowly, Alice opened her eyes, taking in the peaceful meadow that stretched beyond the fountain. Clusters of lavender, bluebell, and daisies stood like sentinels, swaying softly in the night air. It was a dreamscape, crafted by nature with the care and patience of an artist. She rose and walked to the edge of the fountain, trailing her fingers over the cool surface of the water. The sensation was refreshing, a liquid whisper that seemed to pass secret messages between the skin and the soul. The water mirrored the celestial display above, the reflections dancing with the gentle ripple of the fountain, stars shifting and swaying with each breath of wind. A soft rustle in the underbrush signaled the presence of a family of rabbits, emerging cautiously into the evening, their eyes, dark and bright, were like tiny polished stones against the velvet shadow. They paused in their gentle forage to gaze at Alice, before resuming their search among the grasses. Alice returned to her bench, feeling an inviting heaviness in her eyelids. The garden seemed to wrap her in a cocoon of quiet, a place where daylight's demands were but a distant memory. A sense of deep peace filled her thoughts as the world grew quieter, the light of the stars growing bolder, casting silvery shadows that danced playfully with the leaves. Under the vast celestial canopy, Alice felt a kinship with the timeless, natural world. The moon rose steadily, casting a silver path across the fountain's surface. In this moment, all was still. All was right. A harmony that transcended the ordinary clockwork of moments. As the gentle night embraced the garden, a warm breeze swept softly over the fountain, carrying with it the lullaby of rustling leaves and the nightingale's continued serenade. It was a hymn played on strings of nature, each note a gentle reminder that in such peaceful settings the spirit could truly rest. She whispered a quiet thank you to the evening, grateful for the balm it provided. This corner of the world, softened by time and touched by the gentle caress of nature, was a sanctuary created by the simple magic of water, earth, and sky. As Alice shifted slightly, adjusting her seat on the stone bench, she felt herself being carried closer to the edge of sleep. The night deepened, painting the garden in shadow and starlight, as Alice's eyes fluttered and closed in a gentle surrender to slumber. She became one with the whispers of the Crocus Fountain, her mind drifting into dreams where time meandered and peace reigned. Her dreams began to weave themselves into the soft tapestry of the night, threads of memory and imagination intertwining with the serene reality of the garden. She imagined herself floating on the surface of the fountain, the cool water supporting her like a gentle, unwavering embrace. Carried along by the subtle currents, she drifted beneath arched bridges, crafted from tree limbs, and past islands of luminous flowers that glowed from within like tiny lanterns. The dream garden unfolded in lush greens and soft silvers, alive with hidden wonders. In this world, the crocuses whispered ancient secrets, their petals brushing softly against her skin as if imparting their quiet wisdom. The air was filled with a faint, melodic hum, a combination of bird songs, fluttering leaves, and the distant trill of crickets, a symphony orchestrated by the moon itself. Alice wandered through this enchanting labyrinth, her feet cushioned by a carpet of moss that absorbed her every footstep with a soft, velvety silence. She passed under arches made of jasmine, where each flower seemed to wink as it unfurled its petals to the night. The scent was dizzying, yet delicate, a fragrant thread that wove itself into the cool air and whispered promises of renewal and peace. As she moved deeper into the heart of this serene dreamscape, the sky above expanded, filled not only with stars, but with constellations that shimmered brighter than she had ever seen. They were constellations familiar and strange, a celestial tapestry that seemed to rearrange itself to play out stories of old, whispered to those who paused to gaze upon it. A gentle mist began to roll in, coiling around her legs in a soft embrace, and casting an ethereal fog across the landscape. Alice could hardly tell where the land ended and the sky began, as if she were walking through clouds woven from dreams. The moon hung low and full above her, its light spilling in silver rivulets over every surface, turning the grass to threads of pearly luminescence. In the distance, a soft glow beckoned to her, like a beacon coaxing her closer with promises of mystery and delight. Following it, she found herself before a small hidden pond where lotuses floated serenely on the glass-like water, their blossoms offering up delicately dipped petals to the star-speckled night. As she sat on the banks, dipping her toes into the cool, soothing water, golden fireflies appeared, their gentle glow flickering like tiny lanterns in the night air. They danced around her head, spiraling in elegant patterns, their light twinkling softly against her closed as though nature itself had dressed in its finest for this occasion. She raised a hand, and for a moment, a firefly alighted upon her finger, as if sharing in this perfect peace. Then, as the night deepened and the world sank further into slumber, she heard a melodious tune weaving through the air, a lullaby, gentle as a sigh, carried on the wind from the evening breeze. It was the sound of the garden's breath, of leaves brushing softly against one another, of water whispering against stones, of crickets serenading the stars. Mary Pope Osborne may have crafted such scenes, she imagined, where the line between reality and dreams blurs beautifully, lost in the garden's song. Alice sighed contentedly, her heart light with a serenity she had never thought to capture, a treasure found in moments spent among nature's timeless beauties. Her breathing slowed, matching the rhythm of the earth beneath her, and she felt herself gliding effortlessly into realms of deeper dreams, waters deeper yet kinder still, cradling her in its gentle current. And in this garden, where reality gently cradled fantasy, where earth and water met sky and stars, Alice's heart found peace. Each quiet pulse of the garden echoed within her, a reminder that while moments like these might end, the tranquility they provide remain etched in one's soul, a quiet sanctuary that can be revisited whenever needed. For in the crocus's gentle glow and the water's whispered lullaby lay an everlasting promise that nature's embrace, once felt, was always there to return to, an eternal solace for the wandering soul. As Alice drifted within her dreams, the scents of the garden deepened, swirling around her like a comforting embrace. The delicate aroma of lilacs mingled with the earthiness of the soil, creating a tapestry of fragrances that seemed to align perfectly with her every breath. The gentle sound of the fountain's cascading water continued to accompany her, its rhythm becoming a tender lullaby that wove itself effortlessly into her slumber. Her dream carried her to a realm where the boundaries between sky and earth blurred into a seamless panorama of beauty. An imaginary brook wove its way through lush greenery, its crystal clear waters reflecting the magical dance of leaves above. Butterflies in every imaginable hue flitted around her, their wings a blur of colours that seemed to paint the air itself with vibrant life. They were gentle companions in this dream world, leading paths of moss so soft they seemed to caress her feet with every step. Above, the moon watched over the garden like a guardian, its gentle glow casting playful shadows that danced among the ferns. Each blade of grass, each petal appeared kissed by starlight, a celestial silken fabric under the vast expanse of sky. The stars blinked down, as if nodding in approval of the peace that cloaked the garden. Birds of every kind called softly from their perches, their songs a choir of trills and whistles, guiding her gently through the dreamscape. Among them, the nightingale's melody stood out, its song a soulful serenade, carrying secrets known only to the night. She wandered through a valley of wildflowers, each bloom more enchanting than the last. Poppies swayed like delicate dancers, their vibrant petals opening and closing in a gentle ballet with the night. Beyond, she came upon a grove of elms, their tall, stately forms stretching toward the sky, with roots deeply anchored in the earth. This grove was a place of quiet meditation, where she could feel the pulse of life itself in the rustling leaves. The air grew cooler as she moved deeper into the dream, yet it was a comforting embrace she felt, as if nature itself wrapped her in a gentle hug. The whispers of the garden were all around, inviting her to linger, to dream further and deeper. Alice, feeling the soft pull of deep sleep, lay upon a carpet of clover, each tiny leaf a cushion beneath her. She watched the sky transition from twilight to a deep navy, filled with endless possibilities, her heart light with gratitude for this enchanted respite. As sleep truly took hold, all the vibrant hues, the serene sounds, the mingling perfumes melded perfectly into one harmonious lullaby, a soothing reminder of the beauty inherent in the world. It was as if the garden, with all its hidden magic, spoke directly to her heart, leaving behind a gentle trace of its peace long after the dream faded. Even as the first light of dawn began to brush the horizon, a promise lingered. A promise that these moments of serenity could be drawn upon again, whispered into existence by memory and heart. No need to hold on to anything. Just drift along as we begin once more. Beneath a sky that stretched into hues of blues and greys, a tranquil lagoon lay nestled within the arms of ancient, whispering trees. It's the Cobalt Lagoon, a place of serene beauty and whispered tranquility. Here, in this gentle dance between earth and water unfolds with every passing breeze, every gentle ripple that graces its surface. The lagoon is fed by an unseen spring, its waters clear and cool, tinted with the deep, comforting hue of cobalt, a mirror to the sky above. The air is filled with the scent of moist earth and delicate fern, a fragrance which carries with it tales of time itself. As you walk along the soft banks, the grass beneath your feet feels gentle and yielding, each blade bending slightly under your weight, like the green strands of nature's carpet. The trees surrounding the lagoon are tall sentinels of time, their trunks wrapped in cloaks of moss and lichen, soft to touch, velvety against the skin. These silent guardians sway softly, their branches intertwining over the lagoon to create a delicate lacework that filters sunlight into a gentle sprinkle of gold on the water's surface. It is a scene of quiet communion, nature speaking in whispers. On days like this, when the sky holds the promise of gentle weather, the lagoon is a sanctuary. The quiet rhythm of water lapping against the stone and pebble shoreline creates a melody of peace. Birds sing in the distance, their calls echoing with the breeze, harmonizing with the rustle of the leaves. Every now and then, a kingfisher darts across the water, its vivid plumage a startling flash against the soft blue and green backdrop. An old wooden dock extends a short way into the lagoon, weathered and smooth from years of exposure to sun and rain. Sitting at its edge, the wood beneath you is warm and familiar, like an old friend sharing silent companionship. You dip your toes into the lagoon's crystalline embrace, feeling the cool caress of the water as it laps against your skin, each ripple nurturing the other in quiet freedom. As the day progresses, the sun begins its slow descent, casting a dappled array of colours across the water. The light is soft now, suffused by a lingering warmth that seems to settle like a gentle mist over the lagoon. You notice the way the lowering sun catches on the surface in places, gilding the edges of waves in silver and gold, creating a mosaic of shifting light. Nearby, a gentle breeze stirs the leaves once more, sending soft whispers through the reed beds and over the quiet waters, like nature's own lullaby, coaxing the world to rest. There's a symphony here, a delicate sonata played only only for those who pause long enough to hear with their hearts as well as their ears. The sky deepens into a deeper shade of cobalt, mirroring the lagoon as evening draws in. The stars begin to peep shyly through the deepening twilight, their reflections twinkling in the lagoon like scattered jewels. Some nights, you might even see the silvery glow of a distant moon gently casting its soft light in the lagoon, turning its waters into liquid silver. A hint of coriander and mint grow wild around the banks, lending a subtle freshness to the air, mingling with the earthy loam, drawing the scents into your lungs. It tastes of renewal, of rebirth, not only of the earth around you, but of the spirit within. It is a reminder that, like the water, you too are made of the elements of earth and sky. As you relax, leaning back with your hands braced against the dock, the smooth wood cool beneath your palms, time seems to fold into itself. Minutes flow seamlessly into hours, and the lagoon quietly holds its secrets, unchanged as the world outside spins past unhurriedly. Here, you feel the rarity of truly being present, finding pause in the flow of time. A gentle bank of fog begins to curl in from the edges, tangling lightly in the branches overhead before spreading across the glassy surface like silk. It's a setting for dreams, inviting thoughts to drift as gently as the mist. You close your eyes, allowing your other senses to explore the harmony of this secret cove, the delicate balance of sound and silence, of earth and water. Somewhere in the distance, the low hoot of an owl weaves through the night, a sentinel in flight against the starry tapestry above. You imagine its watchful eyes scanning the world with a wisdom as old as these waters, as ancient as the stones beneath the lagoon's depths. And now, as you open your eyes again, night has fully draped its soothing shawl across the lagoon. Crickets take up their nightly song, harmonizing with the soft soughing of leaves. Even the moon, pale and perfect, watches over from her throne in the sky, casting silvery light over your serenade. As you take your leave from the dock, the pathway smooth and kind beneath your feet, you carry with you the essence of the lagoon, the whispers of its waters, the hush of its air, like soft feathers against your ear. Countless stars guide your steps, their light like gentle kisses upon your skin, just as the lagoon's tranquil embrace will stay with you, a part of you wherever you wander. For within the heart of the Cobalt Lagoon, as within the patterns of the stars above, there exists a rhythm known only to the silence that sings between each gentle whisper. A place where every soul might find rest, and where dreams float like silver leaves upon a quiet sea, sure-footed on the familiar path. Each footfall takes you deeper into the embrace of the forest. The gentle crunch of fallen leaves echoes softly in the cool night air. The scent of pine mingles with the ever-present freshness of damp earth, creating a symphony of nature's subtle perfumes. Gentle breezes once more stir branches above, making the stars dance in a silver ballet across your path. The trail is soft underfoot, a gentle passageway lined with blossoms that sleepily close, their colours muted in the moonlight. Lantern insects flit between low branches, tiny sprites of warm glowing light that twinkle and blink like miniature stars. Their soft hum is a comforting purr that accompanies you. A choir of nature's night singers serenading your journey. The forest begins to thin ahead, revealing a small meadow. Starlit grasses sway gently, their tips adorned with dew that sparkles like diamonds under the moon's gaze. Here and there, wildflowers sway, night violets and moon daisies, their petals luminescent under the soft night's touch. In the center of this meadow, nestled atop a gentle rise, stands an ancient oak, a grand monarch of the glade. Its branches spread wide and strong, forming a canopy that seems to cradle the sky. Beneath its protection, the ground is a mossy bed, lush and inviting. You sit there, leaning against its sturdy trunk as you gaze up at the star-laden sky, feeling the pulse of the earth through the wood at your back. The intricate tapestry of the heavens stretches overhead, a myriad of stars woven into the indigo fabric of the night. Their light washes over you, and you feel the soft caress of a cool breeze, gentle as a whisper, tracing along the skin with a feather-light touch. Here, with the old oak's unwavering strength behind you, and the vastness of the heavens above, the world feels both ancient and infinite. As the night deepens, the constellation of the Great Bear rises in the sky, pulling memories of tales told beneath these same stars. The familiar shapes bring comfort, connecting past and present, distant and near. Like an endless web woven brilliantly across time, you rest your head back against the oak. Feel its heartbeat, slow and steady, grounding you to the hush of the night. the rustle of leaf on leaf, the occasional call of a night bird, and the sigh of the wind as it brushes through the meadow are all composed into a lullaby of peace. This moment is infinite, existing outside the bounds of the mundane world, a sanctuary where time is as fluid as the lagoon's gentle waves. Gradually, the silver glow of the night yields to the faintest hints of dawn. A soft blush suffuses the eastern sky, delicate as the wings of a morning butterfly. The stars flicker one by one into the tapestry of morning light, their nightly vigil complete. As if sensing the change, the world stirs slowly awake, the first tentative notes of morning birds, the whisper of a waking breeze. You stand, brushing gently at the moss-covered ground, leaving the shelter of the oak with a parting touch that promises to return. The air is cooler now, kissed by the freshness of the oncoming day. The path leads you back through the meadow and into the embrace of the trees, back towards the lagoon. As you retrace your steps, the landscape unfurls in the gentle dawning light, shadows retreating to reveal the vibrant greens and the soft blues, all touched by early sun. The lagoon gleams anew in the morning's soft embrace, like a precious jewel set amidst the trees. Here, at the water's edge, you find stillness once more. The kingfisher returns in a flurry of colour, dipping into the lagoon's depths with practiced elegance. The air is filled again with the freshness of the wild herbs at your feet, awakened by the dew's delicate touch, and the promise of another tranquil cycle begins. Lying on the warm stone that cradles the shore, you close your eyes once more, allowing the symphony of the dawn to serenade you back to a brief, peaceful sleep. The lagoon cradles you, its lullaby now a melody of light, a soft harmony echoing the start of a new day. In this place, where the earth and sky caress the waters with gentle reverence, you have found a haven, a quiet sanctuary where dreams and reality drift in seamless dance, a place to return whenever your spirit needs the gentle embrace of silence and the soothing balm of nature's gentle whispers. You're doing wonderfully. Just let go and follow along into our next story. In a world tucked away from the bustling paths of life, where nature gently embraces the earth in a quiet symphony, there lay a Lichen Grove. It was a hidden sanctuary, a gentle dreamscape encased in serene verdancy, where time seemed to stretch languidly across the meadow of ferns and reach into the canopy above. The grove was alive with an unassuming pulse. A rhythm whispered in the gentle rustle of leaves swaying in the soft embrace of the breeze. The morning light found its way into this grove like fingers gently parting a curtain, spilling a golden warmth over everything it touched. As the light dappled through the intricate latticework of branches, it danced upon the patches of emerald lichen clinging to the sturdy bark of ancient trees. Each shaft of light painted its own quiet tableau, a tender composition of shadows and luminescence. In this peaceful haven, the air was thick with the comforting aroma of earth and flora, imbued with the cool, clean scent of moss and a hint of pine. With every breath, the richness of the forest transported the soul deeper into the quietude that enveloped the grove. Birds awoke with soft, melodious calls, their voices layering harmony upon the wind's gentle hum. Walking slowly through the grove, one might feel the soft give of the earth beneath, carpeted plushly with a thick undergrowth that cradled each footstep in soundless embrace. The ground here was a tapestry woven from an array of lush greens and soft browns, sporadically embroidered with small, tender blossoms that peered shyly through like colourful beads scattered in nature's loom. The gentle crooning of a brook played its subtle symphonies nearby, its waters gliding over smooth stones in a path of ageless ease. The brook, like silver thread through green fabric, wove its way through the grove, creating a refreshing melody that soothed the soul. Now and then, it caught the sunlight, sending a twinkle across its surface like playful whispers of light dancing in water. There, beside the brook, was a wooden bench, warm and welcoming, covered with a fine blanket of moss that had grown lovingly over time. The bench stood as a silent companion to many who had come to bask in the grove's gentle serenity, its wood having absorbed countless whispered contemplations, hopes and dreams under the generous canopy of sky. As the day lazily unfurled, the sun arched higher in the sky, bathing the grove in a warm golden glow that coaxed life into a slow waltz that was both timeless and timely. Squirrels chattered softly in the trees above, performing daring acrobatics with nonchalant grace, their bushy tails flicking in delight as they chased one another through a playground of boughs. Time here was a forgotten concept, as lichen and moss sprawled over surfaces with patient determination, marking the passing eons not in seconds, but in the gentle, inevitable embrace of green. In this place where nature's artists, water, wind, and sun, conspired to create a tranquil masterpiece. One felt the sense of infinite suspended in a single heartbeat. Clouds drifted lazily across the sky, their soft outlines barely disturbed as they instinctively skirted the sun's path, leaving the grove a mosaic of light and shadow that seemed to breathe with a life of its own. The sky was an endless expanse of soft blues and gentle whites woven seamlessly together, a tranquil ceiling that completed nature's serene room. Amidst this tranquility, a gentle breeze began to stir the air with a soft insistence, carrying with it the sounds of the brook and the rustle of leaves, intertwining the grove's elements into a lullaby of nature. It tousled the branches, making their leaves quiver like the bristles of a paintbrush, applying the final, delicate touches to a masterpiece. It was a scene where one could easily sink into a companionable silence, where words seemed unnecessary, as the grove's very presence spoke in terms far more profound. It was a place not just seen, but felt, the comfort of which wrapped around the body like a familiar knit, its fibers made from the threads of peace and solitude entwined with simplicity. As the afternoon tiptoed gently toward evening, the light began to soften, casting the grove in a subtle amber hue that melted into golden hour. Shadows grew long, and the air gained a delicate, hushed quality that whispered of impending twilight. Birds, having spent their day flitting and chirruping, began their slowing lullabies as the day succumbed to the charms of dusk. Within this sheltering embrace of nature's rhythm, even the lichen seemed to glow with a tender luminescence, basking in the dying glow of sunlight that filtered through the canopy. The grove, enclosed in the heart of nature's tapestry, became a serene cocoon, a place where dreams hovered in the whisper between wakefulness and sleep. As the last rays of the sun caressed the horizon, the sky surrendered to the approaching night, shifting in color from azure to indigo, speckled with the dust of stars making their entrance known. The grove became a shadowed refuge, the tree silhouettes casting intricate patterns against the deepening sky. With the arrival of night came the cool caress of a silent breeze that whispered secrets through the leaves. The brook, now only a silvery glimmer, continued to sing its unending lullaby, a gentle reminder of continuity, even in the realm of slumber. The air held the sweet notes of damp earth, enriched by the scent of nighttime blooms, which had begun to unfurl, releasing a fragrance subtle enough to enchant the senses. It was in this tableau, framed by the quiet luminescence of the moon, that the Lichen Grove welcomed the nightly cycle of rest and rejuvenation. Under the watchful gaze of stars, the world seemed pared down to its most elegant simplicity. A dance between light and shadow, silence and sound, past and present. The lichen, untouched by time, continued its silent vigil, a testament to the grove's eternal embrace of life and dreams, interconnected through cycles. As stars twinkled patterns into the sky, their softly shimmering light was reflected gently in the eyes of those who chose to rest here, inviting silence to weave its spell of repose. In the stillness, the creatures of the grove found shelter in shadows or nestled within leafy embraces, echoing the cycles that had always been and always would be. It was then, cradled in the softness of night's embrace, that one felt the gentle pull of slumber as the grove hummed its tender tune, guiding wanderers home to their dreams. And as the world outside continued its restless dance, the Lichen Grove remained a tranquil isle, a piece of reverence carved from nature's earthly grace, offering a sanctuary where dreams drift gently between the stars and the whispering leaves far above. Thus, the hours flowed seamlessly in the groove, under the benevolent listen of the moon, a place where tomorrow promised to arrive anew, unfurling with the silent assurance of life in its ever gentle stride. As the night deepened, a chorus of crickets began to serenade the grove with their soft, rhythmic chirping, each note a delicate thread in the symphony of night. The gentle music of nature, crickets and rustling leaves, wove together to form a comforting blanket of sound that enveloped the grove. It was an elegy to the day gone by, a promise of the new dawn, patiently waiting beyond the edge of the horizon. The brook glistened under the moon's silvery glow, its waters whispering stories of their journey from the distant mountains, tales carried in each ripple and curve. Occasionally, a fish might break the surface with a quiet splash, sending circular ripples through the moonlit pattern, a fleeting disturbance in an otherwise serene pool. Nearby, the bench, with its mossy covering, seemed to glow in the moonlight, casting a soft, inviting shadow on the ground. It stood silently, an old friend amidst the grove's mysteries, offering respite to those who sought stillness and reflection. Those who came often found themselves immersed in contemplation, their thoughts mirroring the tranquil scene around them. Above, the The stars twinkled with an inviting allure, their light seeming to dance in concert with the stirring leaves. Among them, the ethereal band of the Milky Way stretched across the zenith, a celestial arch showing endless possibility and cosmic tales written in light. The sky was low with a whispered promise of the infinite, drawing the mind upward into contemplation. The grove, now fully under night's spell, was a world apart, a universe tilted gently on a softer axis where the heart could find solace amidst whispered dreams. The sense of the grove had deepened in the coolness of night, heady and intoxicating, like the fading notes of a symphony captured by dew-laden air. Insects hummed softly, their wings brushing against the night air with a gentle insistence. Occasionally, the gentle hoot of an owl punctuated the silence, a guardian of the night watching from a high perch, its call echoing softly against the tapestry of darkness. A soft rustle of wings followed as it swooped silently through the canopy, a shadow on a moonlit mission. The trees, ancient sentinels of the grove, stood tall and wise, their limbs swaying with the breeze, whispering their secrets to the captive audience of the night sky. Their barks, rough and steadfast, cradled the lichen in a timeless embrace, testifying to ages past and those yet to bloom. In the distance, the faint glow of fireflies began their ethereal dance, tiny lanterns flickering in the underbrush. They wove through the air in captivating patterns, drawing swirls of light through the darkness, illuminating the tender leaves that brushed against their flight path. Their gentle luminescence painted whimsical constellations upon the leaves and ferns below. As the night meandered on, the earth beneath lay cool and comforting, the perfect counterpoint to the celestial expanse above. The sensations of the grove, a tactile symphony of gentle breezes, earthy scents, and rustling leaves, enveloped the weary traveler, whispering promises of renewal, a gentle reminder that with every night comes rest, and with every dawn, a new beginning. Gradually, dreams floated on the edges of consciousness, like gossamer tendrils, gently pulling those who rested closer to their heart's desires. The grove, with its nurturing embrace, became a cocoon of tranquility, safeguarding its dwellers with softness and silence, allaying the day's burdens with tender beauty. Soon, the eastern horizon would hint at the tender blush of dawn. The grove would softly stir from slumber as the light of a new day crept gently over the boughs and the brook. Until then, the night would hold its gentle sway, cradling the grove in a tapestry of lunar magic. A timeless ballet of night and day unfolding endlessly. And so, the Lichen Grove, rooted in the heart of this gentle symphony, continued to stand, a testament to the quiet strength of nature's embrace, where those who entered could find themselves painted anew by the brush of solitude and dreams, drifting on the lilted lullaby that echoed through the leaves and starlit sky. Good night and sleep well. We'll be here whenever you need a little peace and quiet.